Welcome to the Eric T Conversation. I'm Eric T. Now, we're not going to have much of an observation today as much as it is a conversation. And the conversation today is what everybody else is talking about. It's drones, baby, drones. Now, we have the New Jersey State Legislature because that's where they're flying. People in New Jersey are starting to see these things flying off the coast of Jersey. They had a meeting the other day with some higher ups. And after that meeting, they had no new information than they had before they went in. Zero. They gave them nothing. They know nothing. They're telling them they don't know anything about them. They don't know where they're coming from, and they have no information of who's flying them. So these drones are all over the United States now. I have people that are reporting to me that they've seen them in Mississippi, and I even have a report from a very close friend of mine that's been sitting on this for about 3 weeks that they're right here in my hometown in Central Florida. So what's going on? We don't know. All I know is they're not looking for weapons underground. The people that are telling me that's what they're looking for, that's not what it is. People don't realize we can look from satellites in outer space up your nose. We don't need drones flying around scaring people to do that. What we're doing is they're flying them around, keeping us preoccupied looking at the drones while something else is going on. That's what's happening because our people up top know what's happening. They know who's flying them. They know where they're coming from. They already know. We've got a congressman, Jeff Van Drew, says that there's a ship off the east coast of our United States, and the drones are coming from an Iranian ship, and they're coming and doing a reconnaissance at the Naval Weapons Lab in New Jersey. These drones have gotten so close to that weapons lab that the sailors have actually taken photographs of these things. That's how close they get. They get a full shot of these drones. And then we got spokesmen for the United States, and they're saying, no, that's not true. That's absolutely wrong. And that's the problem. Who do we believe? We got a congressman saying one thing, and then the people up top saying another. That's where everybody has an issue with. Just give us a straight answer. But they know they're not going to tell you because they want the controversy to keep going while they can keep digging and burying the body over here. So pay attention to that. So here's my take on this. I believe these things are here to fly around. People are controlling them. Our government knows who's controlling them, but they're not going to tell you who's doing it because they don't want you to know. Now, I have a friend of mine that just recently reached out to me yesterday, and he said, look, man, I think I saw some drones. I said, what do you mean? So he sends me this video. Now, he says it to me. I have an Android, and I told you before, I can't get it from your iPhones, people. You send it to me, it's all pixelated. So he sends it to me in a text message. I says, look, you got to email it to me or send it through social media because I can't get this footage very clear. So he finally sends me the footage today, and he tells me the story. He said, look, I was in bed a couple weeks ago. I was dead asleep. And all of a sudden, I get a bright light shining into my bedroom. Now, his bedroom windows goes onto a lake, a man-made lake. So there's really no houses directly behind him. So it wasn't a street light. It wasn't a car going by. It was something shining into his bedroom. He said, I go outside, and I see these 3 lights kind of floating around in the sky. Freaks out. Goes in his house, grabs his iPhone, and starts taking some video footage. And this is what it looks like. Now, by the time he came back, they were higher up in the sky, but you can clearly see 3 different dots up there of lights that were flashing in his bedroom so bright that it woke him up. He told his wife about it. He didn't know what it was. And he says, man, I don't know if it was an alien or what, Eric. And I said, and he said, well, after these drone sightings are coming out, I think it was drones flying around, Central Florida and doing whatever they're doing, scaring people, I guess. But it was 2:30 in the morning when people aren't awake. So he gave me this footage and said, listen, do what you want with it. But I think I was seeing drones. Now that I know what's going on, we have drones here in Florida as well. So now they're all over the place. And I live about 5 minutes from Patrick Space Force Base on the east coast of Florida. Are they coming from the Space Force Base? No, they are not. They're not. Space Force is not flying these things. They're flying from somewhere, and they're doing it just to preoccupy us while they're digging for the bodies over there. So anyway, that's my take on it. Please comment. Let me know where you've seen drones. Have you seen them in your state? Now, these things are huge. They're not small drones. They're big. So unless they're really big, you're not seeing those drones that are flying around in New Jersey. Comment. like us, subscribe to us, and send me some pictures or some video. I'll keep talking about this as long as people are preoccupied with it and not paying attention. But you need to pay attention because other things are going on. Join us next time for a little chit chat, some observation, and some good old fashioned conversation. Drones, baby, drones.